Our psyche has three structures. There are three main structures. According to the Vedas, the human psyche is alive. It's not just a combination of nerve impulses, it's like a separate body. The subtle energy body is called Linga Sharira in Sanskrit. Sanskrit is the language of the Vedas. So it's a body, and moreover, this subtle energy body doesn't die when the physical body dies. One interesting person, Dr. Moody, wrote a book called Life After Death. I recommend you to read it. He's a professor and doctor of medical sciences. He studied the borderline state and conducted his work with cardiac patients. Some of these patients entered a state of clinical death. And all who entered this state, about 150 people, I don't remember the exact number, but approximately so. About 40 people remembered themselves at the moment when neither the cardiograph nor the oscilloscope showed any signs of life. Well, that means there was no reason to believe that a person could perceive anything at all, because it was pure clinical death. And so, as all the devices were synchronized, there was no doubt afterwards that this person saw everything from above. They said that they saw themselves, and all the surgeons from above, they heard what they were talking about. They saw what was happening during this time for about 5 minutes while they were clinically dead. Of course, this person gave testimony when they were brought back to life. Well, the idea is that all these testimonies indicate that the person did not disappear completely. They didn't feel like this. On the contrary, at some point they began to feel themselves, regained consciousness but already above themselves. This coincides with the descriptions in ancient Vedic scriptures. It is precisely described how the soul leaves the body together with the psyche. It doesn't come out alone. There is a soul, and there is also a subtle energy body, and it leaves the body together with it. While it's leaving the body, it doesn't remember itself. And when it comes out, it remembers itself, but already from the outside. That's why, when Vysotsky learned about the Vedas and Bhagavad Gita during his trip to France, he made up the song, "The Hindus invented a good religion. When you kick the bucket, you don't completely die." But by the way, all religions talk about this, that when you kick the bucket, you don't die completely. Christianity, Hinduism, and Muslims, they all think so. All religions and faiths think so. It's not just Hindus. The idea is that in this subtle energy body there are three parts. The first part is called the mental framework, or the part where our mood, our thinking, our fate is located. There are human senses there, or we call them sense organs. For example, eyes are a sense organ. There are also feelings. They have a subtle nature, and the sense of sight doesn't die. That means a person sees themselves from above at the moment of clinical death, as if with the same eyes. In fact, it's subtle vision, not physical, because their eyes are closed at this time. So there are feelings, and there are sense organs that we need to distinguish. The human mind can be called in many different ways: subtle body, subtle mental framework, or manas, or simply mind. The mind owns the sensation, all the sensations of perception that we have. Let's say, I think I am in a good mood. I have a feeling. I feel. All this is the activity of the mind, and it also gives energy to all internal organs. It connects the physical body with the subtle energy body, and all the organs of our body are nourished by this energy.